History is not just the past, it is the silent witness to hidden crimes, forgotten heroes, and unexplained events. Some wrote history, while others left their mark in blood. Historical Eyes takes you centuries back, uncovering dark secrets, terrifying crimes, and great figures. If you're ready to see the true face of the past, we begin this journey now. In 1946, a child was born in Vermont. No one could have guessed that he would one day commit some of the most terrifying crimes in American history. Raised in a family shrouded in secrecy, this child grew up believing his mother was his sister and his grandfather was his father. From the very beginning of his life, he was surrounded by lies and hidden relationships. This complex family dynamic created deep cracks in his personality. As he grew older, he became someone who stood out for his intelligence, eloquence, and charisma, traits that captivated those around him. That boy would become the killer who shocked the world with his crimes, Ted Bundy. Everyone around him knew him as an exemplary young man. He enrolled in university, studied psychology, and began attending law school. He participated in political activities and earned respect in public circles. But there was something no one knew. A dark entity inside him was slowly awakening. This entity was a killer, indifferent to human life, and willing to do anything for pleasure and power. Starting in 1974, reports of young women disappearing along the western coast began to increase. Most of these women shared similar traits: long, dark hair, young, attractive, and educated. Witnesses reported last seeing them with a man who had a cast on his arm. These descriptions pointed to one person. He appeared to be in need of help, asking women to assist him with carrying books or lifting heavy items. The victims trusted this charming and polite man and got into his car. They were never seen again. His crimes went far beyond physical violence. He hunted his victims, subjecting them to fear and despair. The control and power he felt while taking their lives fed him. His crimes were meticulously planned. He stalked his victims, learned where they lived, and studied their daily routines. In some cases, he transported the bodies to remote mountainous areas and returned to the scene for weeks, trying to connect with them. This was a behavior so sick, it defied human comprehension. He first came under suspicion in 1975. Items found in his car, rope, gloves, a fake arm cast, a metal rod, and a mask were his daily hunting tools. However, due to a lack of concrete evidence, he remained free for a long time. He was arrested multiple times, but no prison could hold him. He managed to escape twice. In his first escape, he jumped out of a library window and disappeared. In the second, he carved a hole in the ceiling of his cell and escaped through the prison roof. These incidents once again proved his meticulous planning and cold-blooded nature. After escaping, he made his way to Florida. There, he broke into a university dormitory at night, killing 2 young women in their sleep and severely injuring 2 others. A few weeks later, he abducted a schoolgirl and ended her life in a similarly brutal manner. These events marked the point at which society began to understand who he really was. Finally, in 1978, he was captured. His trial became the first in U.S. history to be broadcast live on television. The entire nation watched. Everyone wanted to see what this criminal was like. But the man they saw on screen did not resemble a killer. He was articulate, knowledgeable in law, and defended himself in court. His self-representation, manipulation in the courtroom, gaze, and speech demonstrated just how dangerous he truly was. He faced numerous charges. Officially, he was proven to have killed nearly 30 women, but some researchers believe the actual number exceeds 100. Bundy himself never confessed to some of the murders, and a portion of his crimes remains unproven to this day. His refusal to reveal the names of some of his victims and the locations of certain bodies showed how manipulative and cunning he was. In January 1989, he was executed in Florida's electric chair. On the day of his execution, crowds gathered outside the prison, celebrating what they saw as a victory for justice. But those left behind, families, siblings, friends, and the women whose lives were cut short, would carry the weight of those crimes for the rest of their lives. Even after his death, his name continued to evoke fear and fascination. Psychologists, criminologists, and sociologists kept studying him. The contradictions in his personality, charming, cultured, and intellectual on one side, ruthless, savage, and soulless on the other, revealed just how complex the human mind and personality can be. Ted Bundy was not just a killer. He became a symbol of the darkest corridors of human psychology. His story revealed not only the horror of his crimes, but also how society often fails to see the invisible dangers around it. He didn't wear a mask. He was the mask. And that mask still stands today, at the intersection of allure and terror for many.